You could have alternatively done the more classic LCK approach, which is just to pick Fiora into the Cassante and say, I'm going to outside lane you. I'm going to be inside so aggressively that will buy enough time for the Zeri to come online. But this is HLE's style, right? You put Kingen on this Scion. We've seen him go for lane swaps early into the game to try to get some additional plates for his winning 2v2s. Not going to be the case with this Zeri Lulu draft. You're not going to be going down there and setting up a dive onto the Lucian, so he's going to be a little bit more lane focused this time around.
Oh, Hanwha Life fans out in force. Also, I like the coordination of Clid and Kingen's skins. As Kingen's flashing, he's getting in there. Henna is going to be discovered by the Scion. Sion's going to feel a little bit silly. Interesting.
This has been this is the spring matchup history here of these, and you could see that it has not been great for...
But the two wins that Zeri Lulu have got are from both of these teams.
Oh. Look at the aggressive trading you can do here with level 2 advantage. Taking barrier, Viper is just pushing it super hard here.
All right, that's enough of the dream analysis this time around, as Kingen is getting his wave pushed in. Morgan, sometimes demolish procs aren't really necessary. I don't think that... Did he do it? Did he actually hit it? I thought that it ticked down and then he didn't actually shoot it.
Yeah, you can get the plate.
Well, nice. Bubble is going to connect there as Henna didn't quite have an auto attack lined up. The Ignite going to be used onto Life here as he managed to get the Polymorph, and so Henna's not going to be able to follow up very effectively. So they'll take that trade. 2 for 1 as far as the summoners are concerned. Decent little slow from the Glitterlance, but in comes Clid. Let's see whether this dive is going to work. Cease and Desist is available. He's just going to use that to start this fight off. Henna able to dash himself out as Viper was tanking the turret to make sure that Clid could grab that first blood. Looks like effort will be spared for now as Umpty is making his way over. Hanwha Life Esports just going to grab that kill and move on out. Back up again to now use in these trades that are incoming as here's the Emperor's Divide. Karis going to throw down the Chaos Storm as well as we are just constantly brawling over and over. Zekka is bathing in this Chaos Storm right now, having the greatest of times by the looks of things. Maybe he thought it was a hot spring or something like that. Did a bit of damage.
They know he's coming, so they have to stay under turret here, and this should be enough cryo here with Zekka coming over. Okay, hold that thought.
Yeah, Life is going to get out the Wild Growths. Viper skates away though, and now Life is in trouble, has to flash. Actually, Wild Growths himself. Never mind. Total lie. Held on to that cooldown. But Life now has 0 summoners left alive, left remaining. So it looks like they will be able to grab that one. Teleport to come in here is Karis, I think maybe dead. Cease and Desist going to come down, gets put into the bouncy house. Is Kingen very happy to tank this one for about 400 years, but Morgan is going to say no. He does get Emperor's Divided though, as he misses the Q there. Let's see whether Morgan survives. He is Cassante, as it turns out, so of course he survives. I don't even know why it was a question.
Yeah, fairly greedy to chase forward there because even if Kingen dies, he goes into zombie Scion mode and then just turns around and you have so much damage here. So Morgan just decides to cut his loss here. Survives, but the turret does not.
Yeah, so he's going to have to get over here now as Emperor's Divide is going to push the monkey out. There's the ult from Kingen as Zekka took a lot of damage there and he's now going to have to flash out the back of this pit. Or just stand there, I guess. He does eventually flash as Bro are going to catch wind of it. Okay, well, Hanwha, can you actually get into a position where you can fight for this? As Clid is behind enemy lines right now. Morgan taking a bit of damage. You can see the Leandri's burn kind of working out as in goes Clid. They lock them down. Emperor's Divide is huge and Karis is just wiped from the map. Umpty is now so far away from Morgan they cannot get that CC together and Umpty's going to get picked off. It's a double kill for the Zeri, and Hanwha Life Esports in the space of one team fight put themselves in a great place to win this game. Okay, Hanwha Life Esports, yeah. Feels like they have hit the power spikes that they were looking for.
They don't even need to try to 4-1 this. They could just group up as 5 and siege and remove these turrets, take the gold. It's really easy to play this comp out from there. I mean, look at how little damage he takes.
Oh no, Henna's just dead. He explodes. Umpty, Warrior Trickster going to get him out of there, but Henna not so lucky because they're on the other side of the rift, but still, Bubble is going to go wide. Umpty, bit of damage, and yeah, even this huge wave is looking dangerous even without Baron, as Viper just walking up to them.
He has a stopwatch now too, like he is unkillable.
All right, the culling's still doing a fair bit of work though, especially with 3 items now purchased by Henna.
And one of the frustrating parts about Brion's defense here is they have some wards they can try to teleport flank to. Both their solo laners have teleport, but how do you actually set up a teleport flank with Cassante? The wall works against you, not with you.
Well, We're just going to drive a train into this one. That's mainly used for the turret damage, I guess. He's put into the bouncy castle, has to flash away now. The flank angle, now that
Morgan's
option
got it.
you were talking about. Kingan's pretty low as Emperor's Divide is going to be mitigated by Morgan. He's taking so much damage from Viper, though. He is just huge. Karis gets into the back line as well. But look at this, Viper's frontlining. He just does not care.
This was HLE just baiting the fight, it feels like. And it hasn't been even anywhere close to Bro ever since. Here's a TP, one more chance.
Oh my god. Zeka does a lot. He's got a really cool hat, and that is just, that's it. Okay, the Baron's gonna go down. Kingan, they haven't done any damage to him. There's the dash in from Clid, but he meets the tidal wave immediately. Morgan's gonna walk it out. Zeka teleported behind them. Emperor's Divide's gonna sweep up the Lucian. Okay, just wanted to get another solo kill, guys. He wants to augment that stat. That's 14 now as the team fight is going to break out, and Viper is unkillable. Gets the wild growth. He does go down relatively low, but without Henna, there was no real damage follow-up there outside of Karis, but he's going to fall in an effort to do so. So, 32 minutes. Halma Life Esports are going to take down the Nexus. Pretty elementary in the end. Two team fighting compositions that we've seen about a trillion times. Slow and steady did indeed win the race, but it was going to win the race regardless because both teams had the same idea.
I think there's going to be split votes here because Viper played individually so incredibly well, both in the laning phase and in team fights, but Clid, man.
Clid-demption, dude.
I voted for Clid. I'll just say it.
Yeah.
I voted for Clid.
Also, just want to shout out Morgan, ending the game 0-0-0. Love that. Or in a lot of our LCK mids minds, it is a counter matchup. As Shen, that would be fun.
King is teasing, man. He's cracking up right now. He's like, oh, I could do this. I won't, but I could.
That would be 2 ninjas on the Rift. And in the old days, that removes 1 damage point from each ninja because they work better alone.
It's the Scion pick. We all know it.
All right, so Akali getting that 1 damage point back again. Love to see it. And that's going to be locked away. So there we go.
Because in terms of frontlining, there couldn't be like less synergy for the Lucian and the Akali trying to break through the front line straight up. Like front to backing is not going to be a thing here. That's why Henna needs to get ahead early, as he did not do in the previous game, and use that Gale Force spike that we talked about. That didn't happen.
Yeah. Ooh, okay. Arctic Assault on cooldown. As Umpty's going to move in. Winter's Wrath cleared behind enemy lines again. Umpty distracted by a ward. That'll get him. Ring around the Rosie from the Sejuani. This is very cute. Clid's going to look to make his way out or look for an engage onto Karis. There he goes. Wow, so sneaky. So sneaky.
We're going to make the new hashtag Cool Clids Never Flash.
No, they don't. They definitely don't.
Eluded by Karis. His ult is down now on cooldown. And here comes Umpty at level 6. Viper and Life should be respecting this, especially because Life doesn't have much defensively he can use. Should be
Potential
respecting.
first blood. In goes Umpty. Finds the Vault Breaker flash. And there is the bubble as well as Viper just skids his way out. It would be fine.
It's all right. It's all right. Don't worry about it, he said.
Yeah. We'll see whether it has a happier ending or not than game number 1. As, you know, real life is often less interesting as Umpty's dead. Oh, Wild Growth comes in. The bubble is good. Oh, Viper's going to be taken out. And first blood actually goes to Henna in the end. Some unexpected excitement as now Clid's going to go down as well. Epic grabs that kill as the ult comes through for Karis. Life is just a little Lulu with a dream, and that dream is a nightmare, I think. There we go, 5-point strike.
That's the next kind of exciting thing is, ooh, we have a Drake fight. Okay, here's that Cassante angle.
Yeah, I mean, I want to get excited, but Wolf, like, it's a Scion. Morgan's pressing a lot of buttons, though. All right, Flash is going to come through here as he's trying to get out of the way of that Q, but it does not work. And there it is, the solo kill for Morgan. Clid's going to make his way up, and he's like, nah.
Put him under a lot of threat. Like, if he actually takes a riskier angle to try to go around there, maybe he dies. You know, he ends up getting deleted by the Akali. Henna's there with the culling. Clid did a great job blocking that. That's a crown dead.
Yeah, and now Karis looking to be all in. There's the Emperor's Divide, but not going to be able to get rid of Umpty here as, oh, that was very cute from Zeka. He might still be dead, but it was a cute play. There's the Shuriken backflip. Zeka's just dead. Yep.
Gotta dodge those, unfortunately, but just not fast enough this time around.
Yeah, Henna, dashing forward. May get punished as the ulti is thrown to Narnia. Clid now going to have to get out of there. Does so with the Arctic Assault as Morgan taking some damage from Viper, but he sort of just shrugs it off, and he's absolutely fine.
Karis is coming over here now, too. HLE really tracking him quite well, and He doesn't have a backline access point here.
Kingen almost lost a shield, which was, like, pretty huge. That is definitely great news. As now, Zeka could just be taken down. He is thrown into the bouncy castle. Emperor's Divide's decent, but perfect execution is exactly that. And that is Karis on a killing spree.
Yep, and crown value.
This Drake, Humble Life Esports, you cannot give this one up. It's going to be a flip for it, though, as it does try to reset Karis. Rocketing towards the side there as Clid will tank up the culling. Kingen runs on forward, the Glacial Prison. Not exactly fantastic as Morgan. Gonna go down relatively low. Into the backline goes the Akali, but she turns into a little critter. And now Clid has to run away. Can he actually get into the backline? The answer's no. But for Karis, the answer's absolutely yes, as the Drake goes over to Clid somehow. Not entirely sure how that one worked. Zeka got the heck out of there. Viper is dead.
And they are going to come over here look for a contest, but this isn't. Leandri's on the Azir, and he has no idea where Karis is.
Yeah, Kingen is a brick wall, but Zeka is not. He takes a lot more damage, as now Karis goes into his Shroud, and that is a very well executed Azir.
Karis is killing it this game, Atlas. Like, that last team fight on the Drake, he was so patient. They waited until they broke Crown. He waited for the perfect opportunity to get on top of Lulu. Effort ults with him. That was so clean there. And then here, once again, they...
Not sure.
Usually, yes. In this case, let's wait and find out.
Yeah, maybe. Bro, gonna move on over. All right. No minion wave required. They break it open. They will take this first inhibitor. Is this the start of the dominoes collapsing? There's Morgan. He's got a dash. The tagline for Cassante as Viper chasing after Karis. Four items on the Zeri.
One Elder flip. You know, you're going to have to deal with that first wave of super minions, but...
Yeah, tidal wave. Straight onto the Scion. Priority target has been acquired as they focus down the turret. They're not interested in killing the champions here as Umpty crams his face into the Scion as well. Kingen doesn't seem too worried about it. However, he's also not doing anything to win the fight as he's taking a fair bit of damage. Mess with that number a little bit. The split push is very important.
He doesn't have a good TP ward actually behind HLE. Like, he has these over here that the Observer just showed us, but nothing behind HLE.
He's just looking for the back door. He's going to teleport now. As, okay, Viper takes the full culling. Doesn't want to do that one as the tidal wave needs to be avoided. Morgan gets into that backline. Here's the ulti from Viper. He's still alive. The double kill instantly for Viper as he gets over the wall. Triple kill for Karis. Can he find the Penta is the question as Henna is now diving onto Viper. And here it is. Never mind. As Viper stays alive, Morgan gonna go down so low, but eventually he finishes it off. As it's 4 of a kind for the Akali. Cassante picks off the off one. He's the high card in this particular game of Texas Hold'em, and he will now take down these Nexus turrets. We are going to a game 3.
All Breon fans holding their breath. Oh, the Hanwha fans tightening that mask. But you know what? At the end of the day, pick was so critical here. Zeka just not able to do a lot of damage. Viper coming online so late into the game. And that last fight looked beautiful for him, but doesn't matter because you're forced into the Elder. You don't have a front line because your front line is trapped early. The tidal wave was really good from Effort too. You don't want, like, your Ornn is going to make the Lucian stronger later because you're going to upgrade his Gale Force. You're going to upgrade the Azir later on in the game. But instead, you're looking for a little bit more control in lane and better team fights early with your Narbar.
This is also including those games where they tried the Lucian funnel, which just straight up didn't work back in the day.
Yeah, only 2 of those wins from this season.
Yeah. And was definitely a long time ago. It doesn't include his LPL stats, where I believe he would have played a couple of games at least. As Henna getting dashed on. Umpty in position as they're trying to fight this one out. Ignite and heal both used. Henna standing his ground. They have Umpty, but he is going to back away. So
it looks like the idea there is to just bait them to chase. And Umpty comes over. He knows he can win against Clid here at level 3. So if Viper and Life were willing to actually just push forward and chase there, then that could have been disastrous. But they read the play really well. And
so I like it. Honey Fruit, not allowed. Clid has to get out of there. Henna taking a bit of damage from the Winter's Wrath is now Hanwha trying to get into position. The heal going to be used to try and fight Life. Great Aqua Prison will stop Henna from moving further forward, but the Drake is now going to be given up. Henna.
Zeka level 6.
All right, let's see whether he can find him. Emperor's Divide gets a couple of flashes, but that is about it.
Good flash timings there. If they end up dying, it's disastrous, and HLE take a massive lead, but will they be able to take the Drake is the question.
Bubble. Well, I don't know. Is
Oil
anyone
in trouble?
Take the Drake?
I don't know. It's just this is going to be the longest scuffle of all time where nobody dies, but the action just doesn't stop, Atlas.
The action doesn't stop.
The play-by-play stream's like, oh, they might hurt each other. Hold on, wait.
Wait. Can the action stop if it never starts?
Hold on, they might hurt each other.
Oh.
Here we go.
Oh, no, Umpty. Oh, he got hit by the ability.
Not permafrosted, Pog.
All right. Well, okay. He's going to get taken down. He doesn't have flash, remember. He's just going to get taken out. Oh, no. Lured into a false sense of security. He will be taken down. Effort and Henna.
They're trying to get a plate here.
I mean, it's a similar situation, though, isn't it? They're holding onto the wave, and now, with the wave crashing, Effort's just dead. Henna's also just dead. What is going on? Well, he's not dead yet, but he eventually is dead.
They're dying. It happened. 3 kills, 2 Viper, and you know what? The war of attrition, it went on long enough. So help him God. So help him Faker. Well, there's no minions to get there, but he gets the whole turret, all right?
Yep. And now it's a 2.5k gold lead as Morgan is looking to try and dive King in here. He's going to flash and then die. Very dead. As he got Cassante.
Good interrupt on the hop. Just trying to stop him from getting that Nara, forces him to flash and then deletes him before he can do it. That was clean. So a turret for a turret. This is definitely not the biggest, we're definitely not giving this the seal of approval in terms of macro, like almost kill the enemy mid laner and then group us 4 and let a Cassante take a free turret while Zeri free farms in mid. Definitely not the best way to push your advantage here as HLE Esports. I don't think they care. But if we're going to be a little bit critical and say like, ooh, Brion got like a little bit out of this, Morgan got the whole turret, Zeri got some free farm time, like, you know, just trying to look at the small angles here.
Yeah.
Got my protractor out.
Yeah, no, I can see it.
Right now, Hanwha can basically make sure Baron is not being taken, take a Drake, and also threaten a Victor in the bottom side of the map all at the same time.
Whoa.
While also trying to put pressure on Zeri a little bit.
Get you a team that does.
Hold on.
As, okay, the Nara's really dead again. It's going to take him a little while to die, but he is going to die. There he goes. Morgan goes all out and then all in.
Kingan's like, Atlas was right, man. I should have played Orin in this game.
Well, you never know. Teleport out, as Clid's going to take about 15 years to get this low enough, but Karis...
Ocean Rift power, Karis!
Okay. Is what it feels like. But only 2,000 gold the advantage, as this inner turret's going to go down, so that is more of an advantage. And HLE Esports are going to turn around again, so potentially more of an advantage. Culling just going to be soaked by Karis. The entire thing is Gale Force. As Viper, Michael's Blessing going to be used. Ooh. Zeka presses Q. That was cool. And in goes Umpty. He looks for it. Zeka pulls himself so far away, though, and the follow-up is going to be so difficult. Clid tanking a heck of a lot. Emperor's Divide's going to get rid of Umpty. This could just mean Baron. If Umpty dies, as the Baron's going to get upset, but Zeka, he's the one that's mostly angry.
Kingan has Narvar, and he doesn't even need it to win anything.
Whoop-de-doo! It's not all that important. As Effort, well, I think they might get it anyway, as Morgan's going to pull him out. So there we go. Some bounty gold as the Drake falls.
The base?
Ignore the base. Ignore the base.
The base?
No. Ignore the base. Jonas Strong, go back to the Drake fight. Yeah, there we go. Morgan's going to find a Q. Back to the Drake fight. No, I mean, yeah, I get it. The base is being destroyed. Here we go. Morgan, can he actually turn this? Can he turn it is the question. He finds a blast cone. Oh, he's not quite over the wall. Morgan, can you do it? Can you get out of there? Effort, save him. Oh, he's not able to do so. Oh, wow, would you look at that? The base is in shambles, Wolf. This is very unexpected. As now Karis throwing some autos out, and I mean, we jest a little because it feels like this game really fell apart very, very early on. As Zeka looks for an Emperor's Divide, doesn't find it. He'll find a victory, though. That 50 gold inside the Nexus is absolutely going to be there. The POG is going to go to Viper 100% of the time. He played amazingly well with the advantages that he was given early. There was no way back in for HLE, for Brion.
down to the wire in terms of HLE shot calling. They are not going to mess this up. They're not going to lose this opportunity. More than triple the damage here for Viper, more than triple the items at several stages as well.
Yeah.
This game, that's what happens when the Lucian gets that far ahead. That's a new level of tempo advantage.
Thank you very much, guys. We are here joined by Clint Viper from Hana Life Esports for the PUG interview. Congratulations, guys. Thank you. Hana Life is definitely on the up and up, and now this is a 3-match winning streak for you guys. Clint, how are you feeling about this? I'm so glad about our winning streak keep going, and also I just want to continue our winning streak until the very end. Just like always, winning feels great and amazing. I want to rewind all the way back to game 1, Viper. So we had so less action in game 1. Like we had, first 2 kills at about 25-minute mark in the game. Was that part of your plan, just slowly going into the late game, or was he just not able to make any kills? We had a very good late game comp, and also looking at the bottom lane matchup, Zeri gets her priority heading into the later stage. I guess Hana Life was waiting until Zeri gets her power spike. And Klid, your initiation on the mid lane was so on point, and that was the turning point of this game. You made all the way back to that wall. What was it on your mind? The bro was pushing our tier 2 turret on the mid lane, and no one was able to actually block me. So I just wanted to make a big flank and looking for this angle, and it worked really well. I'm so happy. Well, at this moment, Cloud Templar actually said, watch out for that Vi. So who actually makes call for this kind of rotation? And also, is that why you took Aftershock? Because you wanted to soak up a lot of damage? I tried out a lot of different runes and builds, and I kind of figured Aftershock is the best fit for Vi. I guess that's why Cloud Templar called it the bulletproof Vi. And also we had red side selected by Hana Life in game 3, and we had Gnar for King, not a tank champion this time. So we secured Lucian in order to make the opponent to play Zeri. So we had some adjustments towards the bottom side. And Klid, I have another question. In game 3, your performance in Sejuani was also so on point. But this is your first Sejuani win of the season. You were a little bit struggling on that champion. So do you have some good feelings about Sejuani today? After game 2, I was kind of wondering, whether my Sejuani actually affects the result, But my coaching staff kind of told me it has nothing to do with your Sejuani. They made sure that I feel confident about that pick. Then how would you like to rate your Sejuani performance on a scale of 10? I would say 7 out of 10. Looking forward to seeing 10 out of 10 Sejuani on the side of Klid next time. And Viper, I have a question about the bottom lane matchup. We have Zeri, Lulu, Lucian, Nami matchup all 3 games. A very, very popular, bottom duos in the current meta of the LCK. What do you think is the turning point when it comes to this matchup? Who wins at what point? Zeri is very weak in lane before she actually hit level 6. So if Lucian makes any points, Lucian gets ahead early, but you have to be really bold in order to, go aggressively early on. And Zeri should also be really good at, going safe before she learns her ult. So as soon as Zeri, learns her ult and hit level 6, she starts to win this matchup. So I cannot really say, Lucian is about the early game and Zeri is about the late game. So it depends on the situation, I would like to say. And we had about 3k gold difference down on the bottom lane, and you finished your Gale Force at about 8-minute mark in that game. I think the last game, I think Bro made a big mistake while they were starting that Drake, and I got lucky over there. And Clid. Clid is finally back. The old Clid we all know is finally, showing the best form right now. Do you also agree with that? Prior to the spring split, I was really pretty confident. I knew I could play better, but I had a bit of a slump early on in the season. However, my teammates, my coaching staff did their best to help me out and feel a lot better. Viper, what do you think about Clid's form right now? I mean, it was like unlucky prior to this kind of weeks, Early on, he just got lucky and he stepped up so much finally. And this Sunday, you guys will be playing up against D+ Kia. Clid, are you ready for that match? D+ Kia, they are dropping some games and matches recently, but still I think they are a very strong team, so we will prepare for that match thoroughly. Regardless of our opponent, we will not let our guards down. We will always prepare as hard as we can. And this will be the end of the interview from the Hana Life Esports POG. Back to the space. Thank you.